Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to dig into a really powerful system for actually making your goals happen. It comes from Damon Zaharida's book, The P.R.I.M.E.R. Goal Setting Method. First things first, let's just dive right in and talk about something we've all been through, the frustration of a goal that just dies. You know, you start strong, you're full of energy, and then somehow it all just fizzles out. So why does that happen over and over again? I mean, you know that feeling, right? You make a New Year's resolution, you're all fired up, and then poof, by February, it's a distant memory. It feels like you're stuck on a hamster wheel of setting goals and then giving up on them. Well, one of the biggest reasons the book points out is that we just try to do too much at once. We get ambitious and set like 10 different goals. But our time and our energy, they're finite. So we end up spreading ourselves way too thin, and our most important goals don't get the attention they deserve. And then there's the big one. Fear. Our brains, they love comfort, they love routine. So when we try to change or do something new, they kind of freak out. Fear of failure or even fear of success can totally sabotage us before we even get started, convincing us we just don't have what it takes. And of course, there's the classic trap of setting goals that are just way too big, way too fast. That initial burst of optimism is great, but it can lead us to overestimate what we can actually do. And when we inevitably fall short, it just crushes our confidence for the next time. Okay, so if that's the problem, what's the solution? How do we actually build a system for success? Well, the author argues we need to flip the script. Stop focusing so much on the what and start with something much, much deeper, the why. And this quote from Nietzsche, which is featured in the book, just nails it. Your why is basically your superpower. It's the fuel in your tank. When things get hard, and they always do, that purpose is what's going to keep you going. You might have seen this idea before, the golden circle. It's a huge concept. And the point is, most of us think backwards. We start with what we want to do. But the most powerful way to operate, it's starting from the inside out, beginning with that core why that gives you the drive to handle any how. When you really think about it, without a strong why, a goal is kind of just a daydream, isn't it? It's that reason, that deep purpose that transforms a vague wish into a real, concrete mission you're willing to fight for. So now that we have that foundation, that solid why, let's get into the practical stuff. The book lays out this awesome step-by-step system designed to tackle all those failure points we talked about. And this isn't some fluffy, think positive mantra. P.R.I.M.E.R. is a real, structured framework. It's a blueprint you can actually follow to take the guesswork out of turning those big ambitions into your actual reality. All right, so let's pop the hood and see how this thing actually works. What does P.R.I.M.E.R. even stand for? Let's break it down, step by step. Okay, so here's the whole system at a glance. P.R.I.M.E.R. It's a 6-step cycle that's designed to take you all the way from just having an idea to actually getting it done. Let's walk through what each letter means. First up, P is for pinpoint, and this is all about ruthless focus. Instead of having a laundry list of 20 things you want to do, you pick just 1 or 2, the ones that are truly your highest priority right now. Then we move to R for refine. This is where you get crystal clear. A fuzzed goal like, I want to get in shape, doesn't cut it. You refine it into something super specific, something measurable like, I'm going to run a 5K in under 30 minutes 3 months from today. See the difference? After that, it's I for identify. This is your battle plan. You literally map out the concrete, manageable steps you need to take. No more guesswork, you have a clear road to follow from A to B. Now, M for modify. This one is a total game changer. It's about designing your environment to make success almost automatic. If you want to eat healthier, you don't rely on willpower alone. You put the apples on the counter and you bury the junk food in the back of the pantry. Make the right choice the easy choice. Next is E for evaluate. Think of this as your personal dashboard. You have to check in regularly to see how you're doing. This isn't about judging yourself. It's about gathering data so you can make smart tweaks and stay on course. And last but not least, the final R stands for revisit. Look, life happens. What was super important to you 6 months ago might not be your top priority today. This step is about giving yourself permission to check in and make sure your goals still align with who you are and what you want. Okay, but let's be real. Even with the best system in the world, sometimes you're going to fall short. It just happens. And the book has this really powerful way of looking at this, not as a defeat, but as something else entirely. And that idea is the goal autopsy. I love this concept. Instead of beating yourself up when a goal doesn't pan out, you treat it like a detective. You analyze what happened, you gather clues. That so-called failure becomes priceless feedback for your next attempt. So this goal autopsy means asking yourself some tough but really important questions. What was the real reason this didn't work? Is this goal even something I still want? You have to reconnect with your why before you hit that reset button and go again, only this time you're smarter. And this quote from Zig Ziglar really ties it all together, doesn't it? A goal properly set is halfway reached. That's the whole philosophy behind the P.R.I.M.E.R method. The hard work you do up front in planning and preparing, that's what truly sets you up to win from the very beginning. So, with a system like Primer in your back pocket, achieving your biggest goals doesn't have to be a mystery or a matter of luck. It's a process. And really, the only question left is, what's the first big goal you're going to prime for success?